This one's how do I get better in thinking creatively about segmentation, i.e., the primary motivations and the different ways to slice and dice? Are there any common ones that would apply to most scenarios? So basically, if you have a question about a product sense question that requires segmentation, I would say the segmentation should always be based. I feel pretty strongly that there is no kind of like silver bullet way to segment. I think you always want to segment based on the specific kind of like product and exercise you're going through. So, for example, if budgets are not part of the decision at all, like in what you're talking about, then I would not use budgets like low, medium, high budgets to like segment people. That doesn't make sense. Or if um, amount of time to invest, like time capacity, has nothing to do with what you're talking about, then I wouldn't use time capacity, like low, medium, high time capacity, as like a way to factor into your segmentation. When it comes to like the gardening example, like, yeah, what problems, like the way you choose to serve people who have like all the time in the world in their hands with gardening might be very different than the way you choose to serve people that have very little time on their hands with gardening. Same with like volunteering. So that's I would just make sure that the segmentation makes sense in the context of the specific exercise. I do believe, generally speaking, identifying primary motivators, like what's in it for me. Like I think like what's like why am I doing this? Why do I care? Is a very it's something that I think you could apply to almost any product sense question at the during segmentation. But then the specific ways you slice and dice people, in addition to that, to craft your segments, I think is going to be very, very different.